And India calls for more reforms in the United Nations Security Council to make it fit for purpose to tackle contemporary challenges, which is an urgent global imperative.
India would like to make the following points. First, the primary responsibility for maintenance of international peace and security rests with the Council and its membership. Second, structural and systemic elements in the 8-decade-old architecture of the Council act as retardants in efforts to maintain international peace and security. Third, leadership for peace should be the guiding mantra for the ongoing UN 80 reforms initiative to enhance efficiency, effectiveness, and relevance of the UN and multilateral system. Fourth, the new Secretary General must embody the aspirations of the overwhelming majority of humanity who are from developing countries of the global south. Fifth, leadership by definition must be inclusive for it to be representative, legitimate, and effective. Sixth, India takes note of the recent efforts by the large majority of member states to bring in greater transparency and predictability in the election process of UN Secretary General.
And India once again slammed Pakistan in an open debate on leadership for peace in the United Nations Security Council. India's envoy to UN, Parvataneni Harish, has said that Pakistan is a global epicenter of terror, needs to credibly and irrevocably end its support for cross-border and all other forms of terrorism.
A serving non-permanent Security Council member that chooses to further this obsession in all meetings and platforms of the UN in pursuit of its divisive agenda cannot be expected to fulfill its designated responsibilities and obligations. With abiding faith in multilateralism, India reiterates that we stand ready to contribute towards working for peace, security, and prosperity for all.
While giving a befitting reply to Pakistan on its unwarranted reference to Jammu and Kashmir in an open debate, Ambassador Harish Parvataneni also stated that Pakistan has a unique way of respecting the will of its people by jailing a prime minister, by banning the ruling political party, and by letting its armed forces engineer a constitutional coup.
Pakistan, of course, has a unique way of respecting the will of its people by jailing a prime minister, by banning the ruling political party, and by letting its armed forces engineer a constitutional coup through the 27th Amendment and giving lifetime immunity to its Chief of Defense Forces. Let me be clear. India will counter Pakistan-sponsored terrorism in all its forms and manifestations with all its might.